It's currently sitting at 4 million. That last shot that you just saw was of downtown Colorado Springs from here, which is the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, one of the best zoos in the nation. Highly recommend. So it's Sunday afternoon. Took my family out to the zoo today, and now we're up at the Shrine of the Sun. The views up here are incredible. If you're ever in Colorado Springs, I highly recommend you check it out. This week, like last week, I'm gonna be focusing on outreach a whole bunch. I've kind of been slacking, like I need to be cold calling people every single day, trying to book demo shoots. This week, I'm gonna be pursuing that very aggressively. I have 2 or 3 deals in the works, people that have expressed real interest in working with me, so that's very exciting. I think I'll be signing on a new client before too long here, but I need to keep the ball rolling. I need to keep my momentum, I need to sign more clients, and I need to grow this business. My goal is to hit $10,000 a month of income by the end of the year. I think I can do it quite a bit sooner as long as I'm really consistent with my outreach, really consistent with doing these demo shoots, getting my name out there, building my portfolio. So that's what we're working on this week. So my house is roughly right there, and the mountains are right there. So the kids are in school. The wife and I are out at Mueller State Park getting some fresh air and sunshine. I wanted to talk for a second about exactly what I'm trying to achieve with these vlogs. I have a bunch of different reasons for doing this, but one of the reasons is that these videos kind of serve as a form of accountability for me to really work hard on my business because I need something to document for these videos. This is also a great way to practice my craft. You know, most of the content that I create for my clients is all short form stuff for social media, but I really do want to be proficient at telling stories through video. And so creating these vlogs is a way for me to practice that. And in the future, I really want to use this as a creative outlet to get a little bit weird and experimental with the things that I create. If you look at my Instagram and look at some of my earlier content, you'll see some of the shorts that I made for a t-shirt brand. And some of them were kind of weird. And I really love making stuff that kind of breaks the rules and is kind of out of the ordinary. And I have no idea how I would incorporate that into these videos, but it's something that I'd like to play with in the future. That sounds low. Oh, dude, check this out. That was cool. Anyways, and I've always loved YouTube and I've always wanted to make YouTube videos, so here we are. Thursday morning, good morning. Really busy day, but first I'm gonna head to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in like 2 weeks, which is good workout at the gym this morning. My shoulders are very tired, so holding the camera out like this is very... I had the missus try my workout routine today, so lifting weights, she did really good. So I'm headed over to the meadery now. They're doing some bottling, so I'm gonna go and capture some footage. Just pulled up to the meadery. Gonna be a really quick shoot. I'm just gonna pop in and capture some clips, making a montage for their social media about the process of making mead. So my day did not exactly go according to plan, but it was really good. So I went to the meadery and we ended up in this long discussion about their goals and what they're working on and what content they need and just like their marketing needs. And so we ended up talking about that for a while, but they didn't really have anything planned for Labor Day weekend, so I suggested, a slight discount on a flight of their meads. So we got that going, and then when I came home, I put together some media for that so that we could promote it on their pages. Then I got an email from that dental practice that I did the demo shoot for a couple of weeks ago. They said that they are good to go and they want to sign on. I'm so excited. So I've been spending a lot of time putting together the agreement for the dental practice so that we can get that going. I also followed up with that distillery that I mentioned a couple weeks ago. They're still interested, not quite ready to move forward, but I'm going to hopefully be doing a demo shoot for them in the next week or two so that they have some content to promote their 15-year anniversary. And then hopefully after that, after they get some things settled on their end, we'll be able to move forward with a monthly content plan. Anyways, I'm super excited. W's in the chat, new client signing on, we're getting some momentum here, things are moving, we're growing this thing, let's go. I'm gonna relax for a few minutes before I go to bed, and then tomorrow, I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Saturday morning, I have a lot to do today. My office is a complete disaster. I was watching some of my previous vlogs and I noticed that two things. One, I spend quite a bit of time sitting here at this desk talking to the camera in these videos, which makes sense. This is where I'm doing most of the work and building my business. But two, the image never looked good. Like, look at this. Washed out and bland. The lighting's weird. I look like a goof. And I was trying to use this tube light to help with the lighting in here, but to nobody's surprise, a light bar just does not look good on a face. So what I decided to do is I'm gonna put a mount on my wall over here so that I can put this light up next to my computer so that I can have nice soft light for recording these videos, and it'll also be good for when I have like Zoom meetings and stuff like that. I went to the hardware store and I picked up this heavy angle bracket, 1/4 screw, a nut, a double nut, and then this piece of whatever you call it. And that spacer tube fits perfectly in the light. Stud finder seems to be working. Before, after, better. So something crazy happened last week. The very first client that I got when I started my business is a bar in downtown Colorado Springs called Chiba Bar. They're amazing, they're wonderful people, their food and beverage is awesome, and they've been in this vlog a few times before. I've been working with them for about 9 months now, and we've been having success growing their account and getting lots of eyes on their business every single month. But up until last week, the greatest number of views that I've ever gotten on a short form piece of content was actually for the meadery that I work with. And one of the videos that I made for them got 135,000 views on TikTok, which is great. Like, that's a ton of views, super happy with that. But one of the videos that I made for Chiba Bar over the last week has gotten 4 million views. Look at that. That's crazy. I never expected any of the videos that I made to ever hit that number. And as somebody who's trying to grow a video business from the ground up, being able to say that I have created a piece of content for a client that went viral and got 4 million views, it's really validating. It's a great case study. It's a bit of social proof. And I feel like it improves my credibility. My street cred has gone up a little bit. So yeah. Super excited about that. Client's really happy. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you the video, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about some of the reasons I think that this performed the way that it did. So, fun video. One of the very first things to make a note of is how many times this video was shared. As of this recording, it's at like 41,000 shares, which is crazy. And according to the Instagram CEO, one of the most important metrics in determining how well a piece of content is going to perform on Instagram is how many of the people who see it share it. Shares are really powerful because they have the ability to start an Instagram session. When somebody shares that video and sends it to a friend, now they have a notification on their phone and they open the Instagram app to check out the video. A new session on Instagram has been started, and Instagram loves that. So I think the fact that it was shared so much is one of the main reasons that it got so many views. But the important question is, really the main question is, why was it shared so much? Here's a few thoughts. Number one, the topic. A huge swath of the population likes to get drinks with their friends at a bar. And the topic of this video, being cocktails, is something that almost everybody can relate to. Plus, COVID made the to-go cocktail a lot more familiar in people's minds. Second is the visual element. The video is sped up, which gives it some energy, and it also kind of adds an element of humor. You'll notice like when he's stirring and the ice is kind of bouncing around and the container is shifting, so he's having to grab it. It just looks silly. The third point that I'd like to mention is the audio. I chose to use that Nasty Girl song that's like super popular on the platform right now. It's really trendy, and it's the version, not the original version, but the one that has that other song laid over on top of it that kind of changes the vibe. Super popular on the platform, tons of people are familiar with it, and I feel like that song has a connotation that lends itself to this video where this cocktail is being crafted in a naughty or taboo way. And fourth, it's just absurd. You're seeing a bartender building, a delicious handcrafted cocktail in a vessel that they absolutely should not be building it in, including, making sure that the orange oils get all around the rim of the plastic, clamshell container. It completely undermines the elegance of craft cocktails. It makes it interesting and even a little bit polarizing. Now, I'd like to say that I planned all of that meticulously and that this was a carefully concocted video that was engineered for success. But the truth is, it really comes down to knowing the best practices for creating engaging content, creating a lot of content, practicing, iterating, and getting a little bit better with every video. And luck. There's definitely got to be at least a little bit of luck involved. So now, I just need to figure out how to do that more and more frequently, and more predictably. Wish me luck.